What's up guys, MainManSWE here, hoping you're all doing awesome as always. Today I want to talk a little bit about online Tekken. I love online Tekken, you know, I play it 5 times per week, several hours at a time. Thank God we have online Tekken, otherwise I would still be playing against my 2 brothers and a couple of friends who hate Tekken. So it's incredible, you know, you can play against people all around the world, different playstyles, timings, characters, you name it, online shall grant it to you. Best thing to ever happen to Tekken. But after EVO, it's like I see it in a new light. Because EVO made me realize I want to be more of a competitive player. I want to see how far I can make it in that world. I'm a content creator, I'm a streamer, I'm a Mishima enthusiast. I just love playing Tekken, you know, versus other human beings. It's amazing. But I really want to see where, how far I can make it, you know, if I take it seriously competitively. And suddenly, it's like I'm seeing online with a fresh new pair of glasses. And suddenly, I not only see these, I mean, the perks are overwhelming with online, but I can actually see how it has damaged me as a Tekken player, and especially someone aspiring to be a competitive player. It's like this meme of a Mishima player doing flash punch, you know, the 10 frame punish 112, which is -17 on block, and the other Mishima player blocks it and punishes with a 112 in return, when he could electric. Or maybe with Kazuya, at the very least, do down forward 1-2, which is a very easy 15 frame punish that gives a guaranteed forward 4. But yeah, I fall victim to this, and when I watch my EVO matches, like, oh, I'm playing against King, he does a hop kick, I block it, and then I go for a 50-50 mix-up. I vortex him, rather than 1-1-2 into a vortex. Did you know that this is an online bad habit? I'm there at Las Vegas playing at the world's biggest tournament, of course offline, and I'm actually doing online habits, very bad habits that are ingrained here in the back of my head, the reptile brain, the brainstem. Well, not exactly, but you get my point. It's like they are so ingrained that on autopilot I make those shit decisions and mistakes. But finally I've been able to identify them and see how online has damaged me. So where does that come from? It comes from playing free bar matches. Because no matter how much you try, you can't avoid free bar matches online. And some of you who are unlucky enough to not have access to great broadband, that is your world online. Free bar matches. I have the luxury to be able to avoid them some of the time, but if you've played online Tekken, you do know that in warm-up space, when it says, oh, you want to play this guy, and you see a 4 bar and you accept, that can easily transform into a free bar match once you actually play, with lag spikes all over the place. And what I did there at EVO was, you know, this mentality and strat you have in a free bar match where you block a hop kick on a free bar and you're actually afraid to punish with 1-1-2 or back 1-2 due to the fact that the delay might make it so that your punish is blocked or even ducked by the hop kicking player, and then you're going to get punished in return. So I know absolutely where this is coming from. You know, online on a free bar, I might actually just block the hop kick and not punish, because I might get punished. The punish might come out too late due to the lag. So I go for a vortex mix-up. But I didn't notice at first, until I watched my replays or recorded matches at EVO, that my god, this has followed me to offline. And of course it does, because I only play online. So suddenly, as I'm playing offline, my brain hasn't adjusted. I haven't adjusted. I still... Because when you're punishing, it's so fast that it's actually more of a muscle memory. The brain, you're not thinking when you're doing it really. Your brain is so adjusted to seeing an attack and responding in a certain way with your fingers that it becomes almost mechanic. It's just automatic. It's muscle memory. That's why, interestingly, I made a video on how to counter Katarina. And in theory, I know how to counter her. And then, of course, I played against her in ranked, and I posted that video. And in the video, I say, "Oh, great! I'm playing Katarina. I'm kind of shit at this matchup." And people commented saying like, "Why did you do a counter video on Katarina if you don't know the matchup?" Because it's two different things here. You can know a matchup in theory, but you also need the muscle memory. And this is being actually exposed to the character and the animations so that the theory is put into practice, and then it's almost automatic. You do the right punishes all the time. You have to get used to the animations. Otherwise the theory is not going to work. And that goes for all of these characters that are underused. You know, if you don't see them, doesn't matter how much of the frame data you know, it's going to be very hard to apply the punishes correctly. Yeah, I just know that I've identified now terrible habits I have that have been created from playing, I mean, what, 99.9% online. And they have actually ingrained themselves so much with me that I'm going to do them offline whenever I play at tournaments. And that is fucking terrible, and I don't really know what the solution is to this. My first thought, and I think this is the correct one, is that no matter the connection online, I must force myself to always do the correct punish, even though it can mean that I'm gonna get destroyed for it due to the lag. So on a free bar match, if a Mishima player does 1-1-2, or if a hop kick is thrown, I must do the punish I want to see myself do offline. So back 1-2 on the hop kick and electric on the 1-1-2. No matter the lag, I must always go for that punish to set myself up with the correct answer at least, so that whenever I play offline, my brain will be trained to, on autopilot, do the right response on whatever my opponent is feeding me, and then I will not be hindered by lag, because I'll be playing offline. So I think that's at least my plan, how I'm going to look at it, and maybe I'm even going to have to try and do some more offline sessions with competitive Swedish players. But I don't know, is this something you guys have been thinking of, and something you think has hurt you guys as well? And if so, what did you do about it? Because, yeah, it kind of sucked to see. I mean, I don't have the worst punishment in the world, but it kind of hurts seeing myself do stuff like that. Like block something that's -13 and then go for a vortex. Yeah, 50-50. But a lot of this actually goes back to the very first game we played online, which was Tekken 5 DR on PS3. That always felt like a 2-bar feels today, because the netcode was so weak back then. And it was actually... it was a completely different game online, and if a Mishima did 1-1-2, you would punish with 1-1-2. You could, due to the lag, you simply could not electric that. And I played that for many years, and I think like for many years during those times, I created that habit that I still have today. Due to many years with that netcode, that's actually ingrained into my DNA, I think. 1-1-2 that shit. And it's not until now I kind of realize I have that, and that I have to get rid of it. So it's a really weird phenomenon, and I only identify it now when I realize that I want to become a better player competitively, because punishment is a really big part of that. And again, Tekken 5 DR on PS3 had horrible netcode, and after that we got Tekken 6, which had better netcode but still really bad. And then Tag 2 introduced wonderful netcode, really good, but obviously I still carried those bad habits, and I still carry them today. But yeah, it's just fuck. I mean, it took so long for me to understand this. Oh, Justin won, yay. But don't get me wrong, like, oh wait. Don't get me wrong, online is the best thing to ever happen to Tekken. It really is. I can't imagine the game without it. Well, especially these days, every game is online. But goddamn, does it can it really fuck you up, you know, with bad habits and timing issues. If you wanna, you know, ever play offline and do well there, it's really a problem, and there's no consistency to it. You can have a 5-bar, 3-bar, 2-bar, 4-bar, different timings all over the place, and I think what you do is you work out the strats that work the best somewhere in the middle there, in the middle range. You know, the average of a 5-bar and a 2-bar or a 3-bar. And that's not gonna work offline, because offline you want the perfect strats and gameplay for no delay. So yeah, and I hear from the Pakistani community now that, you know, obviously pretty much dominates the scene. Everyone plays offline. And Korea, everyone plays offline pretty much. Well, mostly. So yeah, guys, I'm reaching out to my 100,000 strong brain trust here. What's it called? Brain pool. Like, how do I solve this? Should I just play more offline, or the first option I said there, to play online like I was playing offline? And no matter if it's a 3-bar, I always go for the optimal punish, and even if it fails, I can stay happy in the fact that I chose the correct response. And I build the habit of always doing the correct response. I honestly think that that's probably the only way I'm going to solve this and start doing proper punishment. Yeah, I want to talk a little bit about online, how great it is, but how also it can fuck you up a little bit, to say the least. I love Nobi. Oh man, if I was single. So I hope you enjoyed this little talk here, and I hope you have a lovely day. Take care.